Okay, let's just start here. If you've ever read Esther Hicks, or stumbled down the law of attraction rabbit hole at 2 a.m., or done the journaling, the vision boards, the affirmations, and still felt like something was missing, like you were so close, but the thing you actually wanted kept hovering just out of reach, well, this video is for you then. And I want to start by saying something that might sound strange. You're not doing it wrong. You're not broken. You're not cursed. You haven't missed the window. You're just working with information you haven't fully integrated yet. And today, we fix that. Because over the next 45 minutes or so, we're going to go slow. We're going to take the concept of the vortex and actually unpack what it means, what it feels like, and why you keep slipping out of it, and how to start actually living in it. Not just visiting it, living in it. So let's go. Now, what is the vortex? The vortex is a vibrational state, not a place, not a destination, not a reward for being spiritual enough. A state. Specifically, it's the state you're in when your thoughts and emotions are aligned with who you actually are at your core. Esther Hicks describes it as the place where your inner being always lives. Your inner being never leaves the vortex. It's always there, always joyful, always knowing that things are working out for you. The vortex is basically the vibrational address of your best self. And the gap between where you are right now and the vortex, that gap is what we call resistance. But here's the beautiful thing. The vortex isn't far. It's actually your most natural state. You are the one who moves away from it through habitual thinking, worry, just old stories. Not because you're bad at this, because you're human. And being human means having a brain that defaults to scanning for problems, which is exactly why this practice matters. Now, this is the radio station metaphor. Think about a radio. The signal is always broadcasting. The music is always playing. If your radio is set to 98.6 FM and the station you want is 101.3, you don't get angry at the station for not playing. You don't assume the music doesn't exist. You just tune in. Your thoughts and emotions are the dial. And when you're in joy, appreciation, excitement, love, your radio is tuned directly to 101.3. The signal is clear, the music is loud, and everything just flows. And when you're in worry, doubt, or frustration, and fear, your dial has drifted. You're getting static. And here's the thing about static. It doesn't mean the vortex moved. It means your tuner drifted. Which means the only work you ever have to do is tune back in. Not force, not push, not perform, just tune. That's the whole practice. You've already been in the vortex plenty of times throughout your lifetime. Think about a moment in your life when you felt pure excitement about something you were creating. Deep, uncomplicated love for someone. Absolute joy that had no reason attached to it. That feeling of being completely in the flow where ideas come easily and time just disappears. That was a vortex. You weren't doing anything special. You weren't meditating for 3 hours. You were just present, open, unresistant, which means the vortex is not foreign to you. It's a state you know in your body. The work is just learning how to access it on purpose, more consistently, more intentionally, more often. Now, there are 4 forms of resistance, and resistance usually shows up in specific, recognizable ways. Form 1, worry looping. Running the same fears over and over, the same worst case scenarios, the same what ifs. The more you loop it, the more real and heavy it feels. not reality getting worse. Resistance amplifying a signal you keep choosing. Now, form two, past anchoring. Something happens today, a normal, neutral thing, and your brain connects it to every similar bad thing that happened before. This always happens to me, or here we go again. Past anchoring takes a fresh moment and buries it under the weight of old experiences. Now, form three is borrowed doubt, or absorbing other people's fear about your situation. Someone says, "Oh, that's risky," and suddenly you feel their doubt in your body. Borrowed doubt is sneaky because it doesn't feel like your resistance, but you let it in. Now, form four is self talk erosion, the quiet, constant background commentary. "I'm so bad at this. Why can't I figure this out? And I'm tired. I'm behind." Little sentences repeated thousands of times over years, each one slightly lowering your vibration. Recognizing these patterns isn't about judging yourself. It's about developing the awareness to catch them. Because you can't release what you can't see. Now, everything you want, all your desires are already in the vortex. Every desire you've ever had has already been placed into the vortex. So every time you said, "I want this," every time you felt the ache of something missing, that wasn't wasted energy. That was creative energy. That desire went somewhere. It's held in the vortex, in vibrational form, waiting for you to become a match to it. Abraham-Hicks uses this phrase, "It's done." The moment a desire is born in you, the universe says it's done. It's been created vibrationally. The only question is whether you're willing to let yourself receive it. Which means the journey from "I want this" to "I have this" is never really about working harder. It's about closing the gap. Now, between the frequency you're living at and the frequency where your desire already exists. That's the whole game. Now, there are 3 reasons why most people just stay outside the vortex. Reason 1, habitual thought. Most people's thinking is 90% automatic. They wake up and run the same mental programs. Not because they're lazy, because the brain is a habit machine. It defaults to the familiar. And if the familiar is stress and worry, that becomes the default frequency. Now, reason 2, conditional living. Most people have unconsciously decided their emotional state is determined by their circumstances. Good things happen, I feel good. Bad things happen, I feel bad. But circumstances are a reflection of your vibration, not the other way around. So waiting for circumstances to improve before you feel good keeps you in a loop, locked in. Now, reason 3 is the identity gap. The life you want often requires a version of you that you haven't stepped into yet. A version that thinks differently, responds differently, and holds different beliefs. And sometimes, even when alignment is available, the old identity pushes back. Because the old identity is comfortable, familiar. It feels like you, even when it's not who you actually want to be. Now, this is the first step of the Vortex practice. Step 1, find a quiet moment, even 2 minutes. Step 2, 3 slow, deliberate breaths. Let your body soften. Step 3, ask yourself, when have I felt completely, genuinely good? Not forced, not performed, just real. A memory, a moment, even a tiny one. Step 4, go into that memory with your whole body. What did it smell like? What did it sound like? What did it feel like? Let yourself actually be there. Step 5, notice what happens in your body as you sit in that memory. Your chest opens a little, you breathe a little deeper, and there's warmth. That shift, that's you stepping into the vortex. Just for a moment, just for a taste, but it's real. And it proves you can access access this state on purpose. Now, knowing that your awareness is your superpower is the most underrated Vortex practice. Not meditation, not visualization, and not manifestation rituals. Just awareness. Noticing when you're in alignment, noticing when you've drifted, and noticing what pulls you in and what pulls you out. You cannot change what you cannot see. Now, your homework before we go into section 2. How do you feel today? What was happening? Did you feel tight, resistant, or were you thinking about what thoughts show up for you on repeat? Just notice. That's it. Because awareness is where everything starts. And everything we build in this series starts right here. You've just completed the foundation. So in the video 2, we're going to go deep into the emotional guidance scale, and it's going to change the way you relate to every single feeling you have. You're not missing the vortex because you're doing something wrong. You're just practicing old patterns that are louder than your alignment. And that changes starting today. Stay tuned in to Beautifully Yours Beneath the Surface on YouTube and Spotify. See you over there, guys. Welcome to the beginning of the series.